over 400 kilometers per hour, up to 12 G of force. 8 of the world's best pilots take on the same sky in a battle of speed, precision, and skill. The sky is the ultimate racetrack. Air Race X, unlock!
Hello everyone, I'm Bob Worley and welcome to Unlock, the official Air Race X Insider Show. Now here on Unlock, we'll give you the latest up-to-date news on Air Race X while taking a deeper dive into the world of Air Race X, including the amazing pilots who put it all together. Now, in this episode, we're going back to the basics. So if you're new to Air Race X and you're wondering, how does it all work? I mean, what kind of competition is this and how do they decide the winner? Don't worry, we've got you covered. And to be honest, I'm interested in Air Race X myself, but there is a lot that I still don't understand. So today, I'm going to be learning alongside each and every one of you. And helping us understand the fundamentals of Air Race X is...
Hi everyone, I'm Emily, the guide of Air Race X. I'm really happy to be here today, and I'm super excited to show the excitement and the emotion of Air Race X to all of you.
Excellent, excellent, Emily. Well, let's get that cat out of the bag, okay? Let's get to the basics. What kind of race is Air Race X? I mean, what makes it so exciting?
So Air Race X is a motorsports in the sky, where pilots push themselves to their limits, racing against the clock with speed and precision. It's really incredible.
It sounds really incredible.
And competing in Air Race X are these incredible world-class pilots, the 8 pilots from around the globe. Let's take a quick look at each of them. First up from Australia, Aaron Deleu. He made his Air Race X debut last season and finished an impressive 3rd in the championship. Next, from Australia, Emma McDonald. Making history as the first female pilot in Air Race X, she finished 5th overall last season. From the Czech Republic, Martin Schunke. A veteran of the sport with years of air racing experience, he placed 4th in last season's championship. From Spain, Juan Velarde. An airline captain by profession and a race pilot by passion. He finished 6th overall last season. Next is one of this season's title contenders, Yoshi Muroya from Japan. Champion in both the 2023 and 2024 seasons, he finished runner-up last year. Another strong title contender is Patrick Davidson from South Africa. Last season's champion, he's aiming to defend his title this year. And finally, 2 exciting pilots making their Air Race X debut this season. Melissa Burns from the United States and Michael Tregeverson from Canada. These 8 pilots will battle it out throughout the season for Air Race X glory.
Well, that's quite the lineup. You know, and I love how there's so many pilots from all over the world coming together for the same championship. That's amazing. And to see men and women competing at the highest level of this sport, love it.
Love it too. And of course, just seeing them on screen like this doesn't give you the details of Air Race X at all. So, to get a better understanding of the sport, we went behind the scenes at the home base of Yoshi Muroya, Japan Fukushima.
You did?
We did.
Are you serious?
Yeah, want to see?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Okay then. So we'll show you what the racing environment is like and give you a closer look at the world of Air Race X. Let's take a look.
Air Race X 2026 is officially kicking off, and here I am in Fukushima Sky Park, the home base of one of our contestants, Yoshi Muroya. In just a second, he is going to put his first ever practice run for the 2026 championship. And at this very same time, the other contestants around the world are also getting prepared for round 1. They're first going to put some practice runs, and then they are moving to the official flights. Wishing the best of luck to all the 8 pilots who are competing in Air Race X this year. Let's see what kind of performance they will deliver.
Wait a second. So if the pilots are all flying in the same race, then why are they all in different locations?
Bob, actually, that is what makes Air Race X so unique. Air Race X, the pilots, fly from their own home bases.
Oh, okay.
So flying at different locations around the globe, the same racetrack is recreated at each site, and each pilot completes their run within a set competition window.
Okay. I'm getting it.
You getting it?
I'm getting it.
Okay, so now let's take a look at some actual flight footage. You interested?
Yeah, I'm interested.
Okay, then let's go.
All right.
So here comes Yoshi coming inside the course at this moment. At this racing speed, making precise decisions. It just reminds you the top world-level skills of these 8 pilots. Just absolutely incredible.
So, what did you think? Pretty incredible, right?
Incredible. That was absolutely incredible. It looked fast, but how fast are they actually flying out there?
Super fast. The sound's really good too. At top speed, they're flying at up to 400 kilometers per hour.
All right, that's a little faster than I drove to come here, but just a little bit faster. But I need to know one thing. It's very important. Are they actually flying the planes themselves?
Of course. There's no autopilot involved during the race, so every maneuver is performed by the pilot themselves.
Excellent.
Now, there's another video that explains the environment these pilots actually race in. Let's take a look.
This is the ground marker that serves as the reference point for the virtual pylons. Actually, seeing it up close in person like this, it's kind of bigger than I thought. I've only ever seen this ground marker in flight footage before, but seeing it really close like this gives a completely different impression. But when you imagine that the pilots go so fast in that high speed and only looking at this ground marker to go through the virtual pylons, it's actually incredible.
I see. So those markers are what the pilots use as reference points, yes? But what exactly is a pylon?
Good question. A pylon is a gate. A gate that pilots need to fly through during the race. Pilots need to fly between these markers.
So these markers are essentially serving the same purpose.
Exactly.
Okay.
These markers are installed according to the same standards around the world and function as virtual pylons. The judging is based entirely on flight data, allowing pilots to race through pylons that aren't physically there.
It's fascinating. They're going right through it and they can't actually see it. But, okay, so the viewers that are watching it, I mean, how can they tell whether a pilot has actually passed through a virtual pylon?
That's another great question.
I'm full of them today.
Oh, you are. So that's why the race broadcasts include graphics like this.
Got it. Okay, so I understand how the virtual pylons work, but what route are the pilots actually flying through the track?
Bob, you're giving me all these really good questions.
That's why
Thank you so
I'm here.
much.
That's why I'm here. That's the only reason why I'm here.
No. Okay, so next, let's take a look at the rules and see exactly how an Air Race X race is run.
Excellent.
So as we mentioned earlier, each race location has 5 of these virtual pylons set up on the track. The pilots have to pass through each gate in a specific order, completing a total of 15 gates as quickly as possible.
So wait, in some sections, they even have to fly opposite to the direction of travel?
Exactly. For example, between gate 4 and 5, the pilots actually have to reverse directions.
Oh.
That requires a big high G turn, what we call a vertical turn. It's one of the most exciting parts of the track.
Okay, look, I get the track now, but they're not racing head to head at the same time, right? So how do you actually decide the winner?
As we explained earlier, each pilot flies from their own home location within a set competition window. The flight time is then adjusted with penalties like gate contact or performance handicaps to give the final official race time. Most runs come in at just over a minute.
There are handicaps too?
Yeah. Even though the course is standardized, conditions like air pressure can still vary from location to location. Those differences are adjusted for using a handicap system, but weather conditions like wind and rain are not taken into seconds.
Okay, so if it's raining really hard or the wind is really strong, I mean, doesn't that put some pilots at a disadvantage?
Yeah, it does. That's why timing is everything.
Oh.
Pilots and their teams have to choose the best possible window to fly. They have to choose it themselves. So it's not just about flying fast, it's actually about strategy and teamwork. And that's another thing that makes Air Race X so competitive and exciting.
Wow, okay, I didn't realize there was so much involved in it. That's amazing.
It is.
It's not only about how fast you fly, there's strategy involved, there's weather involved, there's all kind of things involved.
Exactly. So many textures that makes this race so fascinating.
Well, I want to know more about the pilots.
Okay then, so let's take another look at the 8 pilots competing in Air Race X. So first, these 8 pilots go through the qualifying round. And then the results comes out, and then the tournament is determined by the results.
Tournament? Mm-hmm. This is news to all of us, so they're not all racing at the same time.
That's right. So after qualifying, the competition becomes head-to-head matchup.
I see.
Yeah, so to win the tournament, pilots need to keep delivering strong times throughout each of the rounds.
That's awesome. Now, I tell you what, I'm getting more and more interested in Air Race X.
You are?
100%.
Oh, that's great to hear.
And that wraps up this episode of Unlock. On the next episode, coming out June 21st, we're going to look even deeper, even closer look at Air Race X and the highlights and the key moments to look for in Air Race X race number 1. Don't miss it.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. See you next time.